Hi, my name is Becky DePiro, and I am with Classical Conversations. I am the area representative for an area from like Stafford down I-95 to North Carolina. And joining me here today is one of our favorite sponsors in the Richmond area, and it's Taylor Bates with Bates Orthodontics. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Taylor.
Well, I'm really glad to be here today, and we have so many friends that have done the Classical Conversation. So when they asked us to be a sponsor, we were glad to jump in. My husband's the doctor at Bates Orthodontics, and I am Taylor Bates, and I do a lot of the business side of the work. So I think that's how I got here today to do the interview, and he somehow is out working on teeth right now. But we have 3 locations around Richmond, and we are, again, just really happy to be here. And would love to answer any other questions you have.
That's awesome, Taylor. Thank you. So tell me, you mentioned 3 locations. Yeah. Where are they at?
So we've got one in Chesterfield, so about Iron Bridge Road and Chesterfield Meadows Drive, the West End, Gaskins Broad area, more specifically Mayland and Stillman, for those that are familiar with that area. And then just about 2 months ago, we opened one on the north side of Richmond, a few blocks away from Veritas School, if people are familiar with the north side.
Yeah, okay, so spread out a bit. That's good.
Yeah.
There's lots of needs. Cool. So I have an 11-year-old who I think might need braces. How do I know? How do I know if he should come see you guys?
Yeah, that's a fantastic question, and I think that's one we get quite a bit, so I'm glad you asked. The American Association of Orthodontists recommend coming in for a first consult at age 7, actually. What is looked at for that at that point is, my husband's a very conservative clinician, so he's looking for 3 very specific things, and if he does not see them at that point, he'll recommend waiting and checking and just tracking with the child as they grow. Every once in a while, those cases will present, so things like a crossbite or severe crowding or things like that he feels like it would be better to address earlier. Those would happen, and then he could present an option to address treatment at that time. And again, he is very conservative. That's not everybody's philosophy. So I always recommend coming in and just chatting with the doctor or going to a few different doctors. The good news is that most orthodontists offer a complimentary consultation. So that first one that you come in, and anytime you're tracking pre-treatment, is all going to be free. So it's a little bit like dating. We recommend going in and getting to know the doctor, the office, making sure you're comfortable, because it is a commitment once you do, sign up for treatment and you're seeing that person every 6 to 8 weeks for, the couple of years. That's even just on comprehensive. But if you were to do phase 1 in comprehensive, obviously you're going to be there for a little bit longer. So.
Okay, cool. Yeah. 7 years old. That's great. Now, so we decide, 7, 8, 9 years old, we want to come in. And what is that first visit like?
Yeah, so the first one, kind of the complimentary consultation, and then you track along the way. But for us, we actually have a therapy dog in the office, so you might get a pet scout, our dog. She's really our dog here at home, and I felt bad about leaving her at home, so we got her fully certified, and she comes into work and sits with kids when they get their braces on. And then, it's usually about an hour and a half to get braces on. Kids will have definitely sore mouths, but there's also different options for treatment right now. So Invisalign for teenagers is coming up, and it's starting to be really popular. Again, that's where that first complimentary consultation is huge, because especially from my husband's perspective, is he likes to give people options and understand kind of what the scope is, and then give recommendations, but certainly put the treatment plans in the hands of the parents. So depending on which option you choose and which direction you go, that kind of will dictate how that first appointment will look, and then how subsequent appointments will go from there.
Okay, cool. So that first consultation, you said, takes like an hour and a half?
Yeah, exactly.
That's cool. And then do you walk away with your information right then that day?
Yeah, you should. So in our office, we have a kind of a take-home packet that explains a little bit more about our office. My husband will have given you all the options in terms of what's best for either yourself or your child, all the financial information as well. Specifically at Bates Orthodontics, we offer in-house financing. So if there was treatment recommended, how much it would cost, and kind of what the monthly payments would be, and things like that.
Okay, that sounds good. So tell me anything else you haven't said that makes Bates Orthodontics different.
Yeah. So Richmond is really blessed in that we have tons of great orthodontists, and truthfully, we know probably 90% of them. And so it'd be hard for me to say specifically, here's what they're doing and here's what we're not, but I'd love to speak a little bit more about who we are at Bates Orthodontics. First and foremost, we exist to glorify God. So everything we do, we really seek to bring glory to Him. So the way we treat our patients, the way we treat our staff, anyone that we come in contact, we just want them to know they're loved by the creator of the universe. And it's obviously a way bigger calling to do that than teeth. So we try and focus on that first and foremost, and then the teeth follow. So again, my husband's pretty conservative on the treatment front, and he's always joked, he's like, no one's really ever died from crooked teeth. So we try to keep that in perspective, but then really love on people well and care for people well, and hopefully that shows. And if you've known any patients of ours, we hope that they feel loved and cared and known as individuals even more so. And then we truly do believe that at the end of the day, like, a great smile can change a life. And we've had people leave our office in tears because they're just so overjoyed by what's been created. And we just love seeing that. So first and foremost, serve God and love people well, and then the teeth follow. So that's who we are at Bates Orthodontics.
That is wonderful.
Yeah.
That's great. I love that. And it sounds like you guys really can help kids if they're anxious.
Yeah.
And, with the dog, and you're just sensitive to that, it sounds like, even though you have kids all day, every day.
Yeah, exactly. We try and just make them feel at home, feel excited. I think one thing that we really focus on is, what do the kids love to do? So learning about the kids, so if they love baseball or sports cars, whatever it is, and then just really continue that conversation every time they come in, so they're excited to see us. And we have just an incredible staff. We've been so blessed to work with some of the best in the business, and so I love hearing the conversation that happens in our waiting rooms and in the treatment areas, and it's just a fun, happy environment.
Oh, that's great. I can't wait to visit. Thank you, Taylor. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it.